y'all, it's Alex and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing something a little bit different, and I will be honest, I hadn't planned on filming this video today, but this challenge just got announced today, so I really wanted to hop on it right away. I'm going to be doing a Draw This in Your Style challenge. This Draw This in Your Style challenge was posted by Skymill Studios, and I will post the image here. This is one of the kinfolk they have designed for their game. It's called AWBURN, and AWBURN has a very special place in my heart because this is what it originally was when I first designed it. So I originally did a few of these sketches for the team, and I'm so happy to see what AWBURN has become, and I'm really excited to draw the new AWBURN. I'm also so very close to finishing this sketchbook. I think part of the reason I'm so close to finishing it is I have done a whole bunch of swatching in the back here because I had no idea what exactly I wanted to do. And also, spoilers for Inktober, but we are going to hop right into it. I need to real quick pull up the picture of AWBURN on my computer because my original concept art doesn't exactly help me too much. So I think I'm gonna use this page over here to kind of get into the feel of how he looks. We'll just leave this sketch over here, and you can kind of see through this paper to the other side. At least I feel like it's more noticeable in this one. But we'll just make a little box for this guy, and then so this one is gonna be more replicating than doing it in my own style. I feel like I want it to be fluffier. I think I'm also going to go at this piece with kind of like a mixture of my utensils. I was tempted to do a piece for AWBURN, kind of like my Posca pen cats, but I don't know whether or not I have the right colors. Orange, I have an ivory, I have kind of like a golden yellow, but this is a lot. The only thing I don't have is a really good dark orange. So I don't think we're going to be doing this with Posca pens, which is a shame. I haven't touched them in a few weeks since I've been going back to using my Copic markers, and now that I'm kind of obsessed with my AWBURN markers, which are down in the basement. Shoot, I kind of want to let's check the color palette for the AWBURN markers as well. There are some here that I could potentially use. Not a lot, though. I'll probably just stick with my Copics, though I also don't have a very wide range of oranges for these. Definitely going to be relying pretty heavily on YR14. Just a loose sketch here to kind of figure out what exactly AWBURN looks like in the first place. I made the legs a little long, however, we'll roll with that. So going back to this, maybe we'll give them like a laurel of flames in the background. Though I have to say, I'm not the best at drawing flame texture. Okay, so I think what I want to do, if we have the next page over, don't particularly think that this would be a good... I'm going to modify the pose a little bit. I really like this laurel of flames idea. I'm not particularly good at flames, as you can tell by the fact that that is definitely not a flame texture right there. Not whatsoever. I'm going to probably save most of down here for color testing, so why don't we get on into this. So I want them to be about... Now, animals are probably not my forte when it comes to drawing. I don't feel like I draw them enough to really be very good at them. I think I want them to be more turned to the side. Let's go in with a kneaded eraser. I want them to be a little smaller. Let's go in. Of course, as soon as I make my Inktober video saying that I'm going to be using particular items, of course one of the ones that I actually talk about and will need goes missing. Never mind, I think I found it. I think it's underneath of one of my desk organizers. Yes, there it is. It is safe. All right, so center point of the body will probably be about there. I want this to be a pretty big, heck, immediately screws up. I hate compasses so very, 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 very much. There are not enough varies to describe how much I despise compasses, but at least I don't have to use them to make stereo nets anymore. And stereo nets are the devil's tool. That's a little bit off center in the page. I'm wondering, how much does that bother me? Quite a lot. So, attempt number 2. I hate kneaded erasers. I hate a lot of things. Now the paper is creased. Alright, since this paper is now creased, I'm going to be going over to the next page. So, take number 2. I think that looks a little bit better. I'm gonna make the head a little bit more round on one side. I know in the original art you can't see their mouth, but I really just want to give them a cute expression. That eye is not the same shape as the other one. How do I want to do the mouth in my style? So if this is the snout, gotta have the nose. That looks a little evil. Sure, let's go with that. It's gonna be a big fluff ball. That's a little off. We'll move the nose a little bit further to the side. I feel like those teeth are a little long, like a little low in the mouth. I feel like that nose is also a little too big. I want to make it a little bit more oval. I could go for a pose more similar to the concept art, but I think I'm gonna step away. Yeah, I think I like this pose a little bit better. Oh man, I love these folded ears. So cute. So, for anybody curious, AWBURN is the kinfolk design from a game called Kindred. And I will link their YouTube channel and their Instagram and their Discord down below if you want to go check that out. It's still in development, but it's supposed to be a monster catching RPG open world. I don't exactly remember everything that it's supposed to be off the top of my head. I really want to exaggerate this curve. I feel like one of these arms isn't working, so let's erase them both. I feel like with his arms out like this, he looks a little bit more like a teddy bear. Don't know how I feel about it. I don't want to have one of his arms going down to here. Well, maybe that'll be fine. I will just draw him in a T-pose. The legs are also not the same. Nah, the tail should be over here. I want to give him bigger tail. Alright, so why don't we first look up a reference picture of flames, because I feel like I'm not very good at flame textures. Let's see how we can do this. So I'm gonna start from up here, because I want this to be our highest point. These ears are also not equal. Let's see here. Pulling up the image again. I like having his more droopy ears. In the concept picture, you do see a little bit more of the inside of the ear, but I'm gonna make his ears a little bit bigger. So my original thought was to have some separations in it, but I don't think that looks very good. Maybe we'll have like some secondary textures in the front here. Yeah, I like that a lot better. So we're just gonna go through and quickly block out all of the flame textures. Wow, it really comes across on camera how much these, I feel like I can see through this paper a lot more. That's honestly really disappointing. I might tape another piece of paper onto the back of this just so that way we don't see any of this on the other side here. So, flame texture by far is not my forte. However, I think that actually turned out to be pretty darn good. Now I'm gonna go in and start inking. I think I'm going to go in and do very small lines for wherever there's a change in color, except for the snout. The snout I feel like I'm going to do in the thicker line. I like to do my smoke clouds with a little bit more puffy of a texture, not as clean as the original line art has. Gonna just go in and do some small texturing here. Went a little wide there, but we will live with it. I feel like I say that literally every time I make a mistake. I have a feeling you guys will learn that a lot in this upcoming Inktober, because I filmed a couple of other prep videos just of getting into this style of doing the live recording, and those will not be seeing the light of day. They were kind of boring because I forgot to talk about 40% and 60% of the time. Now for, oh, I gotta do the stomach patch still. For the flame texture, oh, something I also wanted to touch on, I decided that I wanted to have all of these little embers flying off the flames, so that's what those are. I think I'm gonna go in with a 005, start down here at the bottom, proceed to shake my entire table. I think just so I don't complicate it too much, I'm just gonna go in with full lines instead of dotted lines. I'm going to go around this way, which I should have done down here, but guess who's a dummy? Because it me. Something I've also noticed about my this 005 in particular. This is the one that I've had that's last the longest. This is the one I actually took out to field camp with me when I was required to use these on mapping projects. The line is pretty thin here, but it almost rivals the 05 in thickness over here. I feel like this nib has squished so much from just the fact that I'm pretty heavy-handed when it comes to my utensils. It just changes thickness all of the time, and it's a little annoying. So this will be the last normal video I will be uploading before Inktober, and you guys, I am so ready. I also wanted to make an announcement that this video is about Draw This In Your Style, and I'm also announcing that I will be posting my own Draw This In Your Style. This is to celebrate the fact that in the past month, I have reached both 500 and 600 followers over on my Instagram, and then on here we have just passed 200, and I didn't want to make an announcement or say anything about it in one of the videos until it had officially stayed above 200, but I think last I checked we're at 213. Yes, we are officially at 213, so I just want to say thank you guys so much, and I hope to get the Draw This In Your Style challenge out on my Instagram before Inktober starts, and then you guys will have at least until sometime in November before I pick my favorites. And what'll probably happen is I will make a compilation video of me drawing the Draw This In Your Style piece, and then also at the very end include all of my favorites of your guys's. I think because we hit 3 milestones, I'm going to do 3 Draw This In Your Style challenges. When I hit 300 followers over on Instagram, I actually did 5, and that was a little crazy. I just couldn't make up my mind which one I wanted to be like the official challenge. I think 3 sounds a little bit better right now. I think I'm actually not going to do all of these little embers in the same marker as what I do the fire in. I'll probably do those with my orange Posca pen, and then just match as well as I can to one of my Copic markers to do most of the fire. Seems like I drew a little bit too hard. I can still see where I drew the arm before. Up here, we'll do... Those are going to be with this Sharpie marker, which doesn't have a name, because Sharpie marker's dumb like that. This is YR14 next to it. I feel like that's not the right tone. That one might work the best. I might have to double layer the dark color, and then I think YR07 is the one I'm gonna go in for the majority of the body. And then over here, this color for all of the super light tones. Try to erase that a little bit more. It's nice to have a guideline, but going to assume that the inside of its mouth will be normal colors. I might make the back part of its mouth more red though, because usually I use R95, which is like a dark bruisey blush colored, pen, but I feel like that wouldn't exactly match Auburn's bright color palette quite as well. I'm gonna go in on all of the darker parts of the body next. No! At least that's not in a noticeable space. Oh, I didn't figure out. I think I'm gonna use YR14 around the edges of here and kind of blend that in with another color. That mostly took care of that one little spot. So I'm thinking with this video kicking off a series, I'm going to do a whole bunch of Draw This in Your Style challenges in the future. And it will 100% have to wait until after Inktober has finished. But if you guys have any pieces that you would like me to draw in my style, go ahead and leave a link down in the comment section below. And if anybody would like to also try drawing Auburn in their style, I have the link to their Instagram post also down below. Alright, and with that, I think we're done. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys would like to go see what the game Kindred is all about, go ahead and go to the links down in the description to their YouTube, their Discord, I think also their Instagram. And if you guys would also like to give this Draw This in Your Style challenge a shot, I heartily encourage it. If you want to leave your own images for me to draw in the future after Inktober has finished, go ahead and leave those as well. I probably will have another call for those in some point in the future. But thank you guys so much. If you'd feel so inclined, hit that subscribe button and check me out on my other social media handles. Thanks, and I'll see y'all in Inktober.